This is a full breakdown of the proposed Washington Township Board of Education budget for fiscal year 2026 to 2027. We'll cover where every dollar goes, what it means for your property taxes, and when you can have your say. Here's the headline for this story. The actual 2026 to 2027 budget numbers for Washington Township schools are not in the documents available to the public right now. No total spending figure, no tax levy, no per pupil cost. What we do have are 2 August meeting agendas with budget-adjacent items, but not the budget itself. Let's walk through what we know, what's missing, and exactly how you can get the real numbers. We can't show you a dollar-by-dollar spending breakdown because that document wasn't included in what we reviewed. But the agendas do give clues. Both August meetings feature long human resources sections covering dozens of appointments, resignations, and stipend actions, which lines up with the statewide pattern. Salaries and benefits usually eat up 70 to 80% of a New Jersey school district's budget. Specific staffing categories show up in the agendas, even without dollar figures attached. There's Title I grant funding, which supports low-income students, plus staffing for a 6th period class and additional time stipends covering ESL, digital literacy and technology integration, restorative practice tutoring, and Saturday school at the high school. These are the kinds of programs your tax dollars typically support, even if the exact cost isn't public yet. Beyond staffing, a few operational budget items appear on the agendas. There's a parent transportation contract, a 10-month school bus lease under bid number 27-014, an elevator maintenance renewal at Bunker Hill, and a presentation on an energy audit. These are the kinds of line items that typically show up under transportation and facilities in a full budget document, though the costs aren't listed here. 2 more budget-relevant items worth knowing about. A meal pricing item is up for discussion at the work session, which could affect families relying on school meal programs. And the district is set to approve estimated tuition rates, which determine what Washington Township charges for out-of-district student placements, including some special education services. Here's what homeowners actually want to know. How much will this cost me? Right now, we can't calculate that because the tax levy figure isn't in these documents. What we do know is the board is passing a requisition for taxes resolution, which just confirms they're drawing down a levy that was already approved months ago. For the real number, check the school tax line on your property tax bill, or request the levy certification directly from the district. What's changing this year isn't a specific program or number. It's the paper trail. New Jersey law requires school budgets to be adopted in spring, before the fiscal year starts July 1st. That means Washington Township's 2026 to 2027 budget almost certainly already went through public hearing and adoption back in March, April, or May. But none of that documentation appears in the August meetings we reviewed, only this later procedural resolution to draw down the funds. If you want the full picture, there's a specific document to ask for. The user-friendly budget. Every New Jersey school district is required by the state to publish one, and it breaks down total revenues, spending by category, the tax levy, and per pupil costs in plain language. It should be sitting in the district's business office or its spring 2026 board docs archive, and it's public record. So what's actually on the calendar? The August 18th work session doesn't include a budget adoption item, though its business committee report may touch on budget execution topics like the bus lease. The August 25th regular session includes that tax requisition resolution plus estimated tuition rates. Neither of these is a formal budget hearing. That step already happened earlier in the year, outside the documents we have access to. One more thing to keep an eye on. School boards can amend an adopted budget during the year through a formal resolution, and any change that affects the tax levy triggers additional county or state review. Nothing like that appears to be pending right now, but it's worth watching future finance and facilities sections of meeting agendas for anything labeled a budget transfer or amendment. You have 2 chances to show up this month. The work session on August 18th includes reports from the business and strategic planning committees, where budget details often surface first. The regular session on August 25th includes a public comment period, listed twice on the agenda, where residents can sign up to speak or submit written comments. Full details are posted on the district's board docs page. If you want answers now, don't wait for us. Contact the business office directly and request the adopted 2026 to 2027 budget and the user-friendly budget summary, both public record. You can also show up in person at the August 18th work session or the August 25th regular session to ask questions during public comment. And mark your calendar. The next full budget cycle for 2027 to 2028 starts forming this fall with public hearings expected in spring 2027. That's the full budget breakdown. The complete written deep dive is available free at New Jersey Washington Town GTL, Substack.com. Subscribe so you never miss an update. And if you find this useful, a small donation at kofi.com/govthroline helps keep this reporting free and independent.